Welcome everyone to France, St. Jean-Genet, MXGP, MX2 action. Let's go right down to the pits where Arnie Mastali is discussing some technical things with his mechanic, Cookie the Swede. He had a little trouble in the qualifying race. He won that race, but he wanted to make some adjustments to the bike. Cookie explaining to him what's going on. And let's go right down to the start. Starting in about the middle of the gate. Sweeping around the right-hander. Yeah, that's a whole shot from Mastali. Up the hill they go and around. The track is really nice right now. It's smooth. They groomed the track between motos, but the ruts are still present underneath. You have to be very careful. It gets a little slippery out there, but Mastali makes it look easy on that Team Hinson Yamaha. They're coming down to the finish line, and he's already starting to pull out a lead. I'm seeing Ben Watson back there. Jorge Prada, Yago Gertz, the usual suspects are all chasing him. Arnie Mastali, very approachable rider in the pits, has no problems with the other riders. He asked him if he got along with everybody. He says, yeah. He goes, I got no problems with any of those guys. He goes, on the track, he's on the track. We race hard. They slam into me. I slam into them. That's what the fans are here to see. They want to see us racing. We don't pull any punches. But after the races, it's all beers, pizza, and girls. The Monster Energy gets flowing, and we stay out all night. Yeah, all these guys are my buddies. Looking good at the top section of the track there. It's a big section of whoops here before they head down the big downhill jump. He has some nice smooth lines while he's riding out there in front. They come around to the start straight, and it looks like we got Jorge Prada on the KTM in second. Until Mastali came along, he was the top contender for the title, but he's had to settle for a lot of second places, as well as most of the other riders. Mastali just likes to keep it smooth out there. He keeps the power on. He doesn't let up. Oh, he's off the track a little bit there. He's getting a little sideways. Yeah, definitely a moment of concentration loss there for him. Prada closes down on him. But Mastali's able to hold on to the lead, and they're heading back up the hill. It's a beautiful track here in France. Up and down in these hills, there's some switchback, jumps at the top, right out of the corners. You can see the ruts already starting to form. Heading up the hill off the big spectator jump here. And then there's a right-hander and a big downhill jump. Mastali hits it wide open. It was really a treat this week. We got to go and do some filming at his private practice track. It was a secret practice track. They have some land here in Europe. I'm not allowed to say where it is. But they go there. They're able to test the bikes all alone. And boy, did he put on a show. Not just on the track. He's a real personable rider. Was laughing and joking the whole time. Him and Cookie the Swede setting up the bike. And then when we thought it was all over, we're getting ready to pack up our gear. And yeah, they break out the barbecue. Unbelievable. Most guys would be heading back to their hotel, back home, wherever. But not Mastali. He wants to stay. He wants to talk. He wants to be with his friends. Cookie the Swede, his best friend. Always together. You can't see one without the other. But yeah, what a great day. We had a barbecue chicken and ribs. There was plenty of beer and Monster Energy. But somehow, it doesn't matter where you are with this guy, the girls just start showing up. There was a whole van load of Monster Energy girls. They came out, did a little photo shoot, had some barbecue with the kid. Everybody was having a great time. He's still out front. He's looking good. We're loving the new livery. Everyone was a big fan of the white last weekend. He gave it all away like he always does. And now we got a new livery this week, and it's looking good. He's flying out there. There's no one going as far down that downhill jump as Mustali. Outside to inside, textbook lines out there for him. Well, the rest of the field is getting a good look at his backside because he's flying. Look at that Yamaha hooking up well. Wheeling through those big whoops through the ruts. The nasty little off-camber section down here before we get to the start straight. Very difficult with the jump down there on the right-hander. He's handling it no problem. We talked to Jorge Prada this week. He said, what do you think about Mustali? Well, we told him we really like the guy. He says, you know, I like the guy too. He goes, I'm getting a little tired of getting beat by him. But he always has a handshake and a smile. And we race each other hard. He told us that he's doing everything he can with that KTM. He's training hard. And he looks good out there, as well as Jago Gertz, Ben Viali, Ben Watson. They just can't seem to make up any ground on Mustali. We asked Cookie the Swede, what do you think the secret to the kid's success is? He says, well, he loves it. He loves to be out there racing on the bike. That's the bottom line. A lot of these guys, they go to these coaches like Alden Baker and the factory, and all they do all week long, they're pounded into the ground. Pounded and pounded and pounded. Nothing is ever good enough. Well, that's not the way Mustali trains. He does what he needs to do. He spends a lot of time on the bike. He's always outdoors. Whether he's cross-country skiing in the winter, racing road and mountain bikes in the summer, he's always out doing something. He says, that's what keeps me fresh. Because the day I don't want to be at the track is the day I quit. I don't need a coach out there yelling at me, telling me I'm not good enough, telling me I'm not strong enough. I win the races. I know how to do it. And every week is a new adventure. We hop in the truck. Me and Cookie, we're driving around Europe, getting in adventures, meeting people. I'm not going to sit at home with some guy yelling at me to do more push-ups. Well, we couldn't agree more with him. He's got a lot of style and finesse out there. And I'll tell you, every time he pulls into the parking lot, he's got a big smile on his face. He's signing autographs, giving away his equipment, handing out stickers. He really does love being out there. He says, I know I'm supposed to win. I'm paid to win. But, you know, I go out there and do my best. He goes, it's a lot of fun. He goes, that's the most important thing for me. He goes, I know I'm not going to win them all. I'm having a great year this year. But even if I was getting only top 10s or even top 15s, if I'm able to go to the races, I'm going to the races. Because I know this isn't going to last forever. So I'm going to enjoy it now. And I'm going to keep the gas on. And he is certainly doing that as they head up the hill towards the big Monster Energy Spectator jump here in France. Look at the air this kid gets, and now the downhill jump. Watch this. He just flies. Incredible. 3/4 of the way down the hill, and that guy's still in the air. He's putting in some unbelievable lap times. They want him on the 450. He won't go up to the 450 class. He says it's too serious. He goes, the guys, I love the guys. I know a lot of them. I see them at the practice tracks. We hang out. He goes, I just don't want anything to do with it. He goes, it's like a bunch of robots out there. It's too corporate. They have media relations people following them around the track like it's Formula One. Nobody can say what's really on their mind. He goes, that's not for me. He goes, as long as I'm on top here in the 250s, I'm going to stay. That way I can do whatever I want. Me and Cookie, we can go to the races, we can have fun, hang out, drink beer, and bring home some trophies. Well, I'll tell you what, on this last lap, he sure is looking fast. Only a couple more turns to go. He's getting ready to head down to the finish line jump here. Let's see if he throws a little whip for the crowd. He always does. And there it is. Arnie Mastari wins the first moto here in France.